Man, I've made some significant improvements of late to my battle belt, gun belt, range belt, pistol belt, whatever the crap you guys want to call it, man. I've made some significant upgrades, and I wanted to share those with you guys. If you don't know, in the past we did an entire video on how to set up the gun belt, and I've changed some things. I've changed actually my entire setup. This is my old gun belt, the one that you'll see from the review that we did last time. This is just your standard gun belt that you're going to find pretty much everywhere. All right, it's got the Molly type attachment system. It's pretty stiff, and it's thick, man. It's stiff because it's a thick belt, and this is what I've used for quite a while. I mean, I didn't know that there was really anything that was that much better out there until I got this new setup, and it is just an unbelievable difference. All right, so I'm going to talk to you about that first, and then a couple little items that I've changed on my actual gun belt since we did the last video. Now, this is a belt right here that's made by a company called Matchbox. As far as I know, this is their proprietary system, and they have designed this new cage system right here to go on the gun belt, so that anything that you attach to the belt, your mag pouches, your tourniquet, your med kit, your dump pouch, all of these accessories that you're attaching to the belt, they don't molly into the actual belt. All right, they're actually attached into this polymer, plastic, whatever type of material cage. Okay, what this did, it made the actual belt significantly lighter. All right, because this material, the actual belt material, as you can see, it's a single piece of webbing, versus this, it's basically 4 pieces of webbing stacked on top of each other. So they cut down on the thickness of the webbing, they lightened the belt up, they created this cage which holds the gear unbelievably. It creates rigidity. Things aren't flopping around, they stay where they're at. Another thing, it moves everything, all the components of the gun belt. This cage system moves the components about 1/2 inch off of your body. Okay? That does a few things. It allows easier access, especially to your magazines, because it's not so close to your body. It's just about 1/2 inch out, which makes everything easier to grab, everything easier to access. All right? I have also found this cage system to be much more comfortable than attaching all the components directly to the belt. It's just, it carries better, it rides better. It's just all around a more comfortable system. As you can see, you can get everything that you need on this cage, all right? The only thing that doesn't attach to the cage is the actual holster, or the drop leg mount that you would mount your holster to, all right? That's attached directly to the webbing of the belt. So this cage goes probably 3/4 of the way around this belt. The buckle system is very similar to the buckle system on my old belt. Matter of fact, it's not exactly the same, but it's very, very similar. So, hey man, unbelievable technology built into this thing. Couple things I've changed since you guys last saw the video. Not only the belt, but components. One of the big ones is this dump pouch right here. If you guys know, in the old video, I was just using basically an M60 pouch that I used as a dump pouch, right? Blake turned me on to this little thing right here. Maxpedition is what it's called. He's had one on his belt for a while. It's really cheap. You can buy this thing off of Amazon, and it's a dump pouch, man. You don't need to spend a lot of money on it, right? It's just to throw extra mags in, to throw extra rounds in, whatever, instead of filling your pockets up. The reason I went to this, one, is because, as you can see, When you're not using it, it rolls up and you can get it out of the way and it's not flopping off your belt. Now, if you're out doing a bunch of drills and you're having to pick up empty mags and stow them in your dump pouch, you simply open this thing up and you have got tons of room in there. Put gloves, extra mags, whatever you need. You've got tons of room in that thing, all right? Got these little bungee draw cords so you can kind of draw the top of it up so things aren't falling out of it. Plus you have the secure Velcro flap that goes over the top. But a lot more room in here, and I can roll it up and get it out of the way. Another thing that I've been playing with for mag pouches, I still prefer my old mag pouches that you guys have seen because I can actually create retention on my magazines with these bungee tabs right here. But I did buy a few of these. The reason I bought these little mag pouches right here that are basically, the tension is created by a little bungee system. I don't remember the brand of these. I'll let Blake put them in the show notes of this show right here because he uses these same things. The reason I put one of these, and I actually bought two of them, the reason I bought these is because, again, you guys know we're constantly switching through different types of pistols out on the range because that's what we do for you guys here on YouTube is we review gear and guns, and that's part of what we do anyways. The great thing about this mag pouch, since it's bungee, it will fit pretty much any magazine. So I can put a 1911 single stack mag in here. I can put a Glock 43X mag in here, or I can take a full-size magazine like from this FN that's a double stack, and I can put it in there. So obviously if I'm reviewing a 1911, I can't put a 1911 single stack mag in these mag pouches right here. This just allows me to be able to use the same mag pouches out on the range for multiple different types of pistols, right? Multiple different size magazines. That's pretty convenient, okay? That being said, I would not use these mag pouches in a real combat scenario, in real world applications, because the only retention that's provided, the only thing that holds this magazine in here is the tension that's being placed on the front of the mag pouch by these bungees on the side, all right? So I can't lock that magazine in there. If I'm doing a lot of running, moving, jumping, climbing, whatever it may be, my mags are gonna come out of that thing, all right? Which is why I prefer my old school mag pouches better, because I can create retention. So those are the two major things that I have put on the belt since you guys last saw it, new dump pouch and this little mag pouch right here. The main thing is this, the actual gun belt and the cage system by Mattbach. The way they cut down on weight, the way they increased the comfort of the belt, and the rigidity is just second to none. I highly, highly recommend this if you want the absolute best option on the market, in my opinion. I haven't seen yet anything that even comes close to it. So this is a really important piece of gear, guys. It needs to be comfortable. You're gonna use it a lot if you spend a lot of time on the range. It's a piece of gear that you would want to spend the money on to get the best thing, because they can get really cumbersome and uncomfortable if you try to go cheap. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something new about a new piece of gear. Enough said. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you got something out of this content, please like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and drop us a comment. We always love hearing back from all of you guys that tune in. Enough said.